questions, topics of concern, anything that we can help with this week?
Yeah, right now.
Hey,
Yeah,
James.
it's James here. Quick question. Yeah, I noticed I've been getting you know, throughout my email blast, I get a lot of customers reaching out. I mean, they send me like addresses of properties they're working on. Obviously, I want to get them on the phone and try and do an application, but they tend not to respond. Once you reach out and trying to get them on the phone. How would you advise dealing with those type of situations?
Understood. Well, what's your process like? Now, you say you're trying to get on. Are you just calling out of the blue?
No, this is like just sending like the email blast, and then
Mm-hmm.
they will respond and say, hey, it's usually my follow up emails,
Mm-hmm.
asking them if they have any deals that they're working on, and
Mm-hmm.
then they will respond and say, hey, yeah, I have a deal. This is the address. How can I qualify? But then obviously, you can, I don't want to give that information over the email. So I try to get them to confirm the availability to get them on the phone so I can do an application.
Mm-hmm.
But they tend not to respond right after that.
Got it. So you've got to get them to put in a little bit of sweat equity in order to get them talking. So if and you got to, and also asking permission sometimes can just flat out be a no. So if you're
Right.
saying, "Hey, would you like to hop on a call? When are you free for a call?" without them really putting in any time or effort,
Mhm.
to them it becomes a chore, a task. You're saying, and you're asking for permission. Instead, come at them in a different way and say, oh, you have a property you want to qualify? Fantastic. Click the apply now button in my signature of my email. Get the application in. We'll take a look and then we'll hop on the phone. You're telling them what's going to happen. You're pushing that, you're putting
Perfect.
them through. And by them completing that application, filling out that form, they've now invested sweat equity. So they want to see a return on that sweat equity. So they're going to show up to the call. Fantastic. I have this time, and this time. You choose and we'll have the phone call, right? Or you can decide to just call in. But you have to be the leader, you have to take control of the situation, right? If you allow them to be the leader, they'll just sit idle. Patrick, did you have something to add to that?
Hey, yeah, great question there, James, and what Ryan said is on point. But there's another technique you can also use as well, and this is if you've been engaging with them through email, then and they're expressing the interest in pursuing this. Well, grab the bull by the horns, schedule the call, send them an invite. Say, great news, man. I just happen to have time available tomorrow afternoon at 2:15 p.m. I got you on my calendar. Looking forward to chatting with you then. One of two things is going to happen. They're either going to cancel the call or they're going to reschedule. One of the two. And in the email, you can tell them, please have this, this, and this, at your disposal so that we can maximize our time together on our call because I realize your time is important. So, or something to that effect. So just, it goes along the lines with what Ryan was saying. Take control, maintain total control. And don't be the person that's like, well, can we talk tomorrow? No. How about Thursday? How about Friday? Can you get together Saturday? Book the call, put it in the calendar. They don't have a choice.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it really goes back to what we were talking about in the simulated call for business funding earlier, right? If I had called up and said, "Hey, Dave, it's Ryan Williams, from Ion Capital Solutions. Do you have a minute to talk to me?" Of course, he's going to say, "No, I don't." Click, right? Kind of thing. You have to push through the barriers. I need bits of information about your current loan in order for me to gather what I need to get you a better loan. Can you give me that information? No, I can't. Click. Right? You can't put yourself in a situation where they're gonna be up there at the leader. You have to say, listen, I understand you want a better loan. I understand you want lower interest. You want a longer term. You want a better payment plan. I can't do that for you if you're not going to give me the information I require. What was your daily payment? What was your term? Right? Comparing apples to apples, you don't want that anymore. You want the weekly, the extended term, the monthly payment, whatever. I can get that done for you. So tell me, what were your terms of your last loan? How much do you owe? Let's get it paid off. Right? Like you've got to be intense. If they're not responding to your relaxed nature, pop up, get more intense, talk to them like this. I want to get you out of here. I want to get you off the phone. I understand you have clients in front of you, but the bottom line is this. You don't want to be sitting behind that counter with an S on your chest, wearing every hat imaginable, trying to run your business and deal with the client and stock the inventory and do the books. You can't do it. You have new hires you got to fill. I'm sitting here with a bag of money ready to give it to you, James, so that you can continue on with your business and expand. I can't do that if you're not going to take 5 minutes to work with me. So again, I need to ask you, do you have excessive negative days? I need 3 months bank statements from you. What am I going to see there? How many loans do you have? Like, you've got to push, you know, because that's, think about it. Any business owner would push their employees the same way, right? And they would demand results. And so that's what they're going to respect. That's what they're going to follow, right? So think about that when you're trying to get people to respond to you and talk to you. Lead, you know, take control. Make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, guys.
You got
Appreciate it.
You got it. Terrific. Anybody else? Any other questions? Any concerns? Any difficulties, objections you had?